Well, hello there! Me again. This keeps taking me way too long to do, like 12 minutes, and the YouTube cap is like 10, I believe. So I'm gonna try and rush through this. I shortened a bit. So, just to answer a couple of questions some of you might have. The whole lack of hair thing, and the fact that, as you may see in later videos, I've taken to wearing a bandana. Just to answer any questions anybody might have. No, I don't have leukemia or anything. I like my hair short. It's cold up here, and I have a hatred for hats. Mostly because it's really hard to find any that will fit me. Yes, I have a big head. Ha 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 ha. Make your jokes. To the news! I'm wasting time. So, Florida story. That's going to be a thing. Trust me. A lot of these stupid stories come out of Florida. So, manatees. Endangered species. Mostly due to motorboats. They go up to motorboats and they say, hey, what's going on? And the motor's there and the propeller hits them, usually in the back of the head or something like that, because that's what they do. They go up to the surface like, and then it comes along and just goes, dunk, dunk, dunk. Hits them in the head, all of a sudden, dead manatee. And you probably don't even know you hit them, except for the motor went funky for a second. It's really kind of sad, and it's almost single-handedly caused the species to become endangered. So they are very well protected. In Florida, especially, it is illegal to kill, harm, or bother a manatee. It is illegal to attempt to kill, harm, or bother a manatee. So if you take a rock and chuck it at a manatee, just because you're a dick, because there are people, and you miss that manatee, just because you tried to, you can be fined hundreds of dollars. I think you can even spend some time in jail. That's how seriously they take it these days, which is a good thing, all in all. So a woman in Florida decided that the best way to spend her day at the beach was to go up to a nearby manatee and ride it. She got on top of the manatee and rode it. Oh, look, it's a manatee! Let's ride it like a horsey. No! No, you don't do that! God, that was a really creepy face. Why do I always make such creepy faces? Ugh. That's just like a thing for me. Is that funny? I mean, like, give me a little feedback on that. You know, is the creepy face thing funny? Is the fact that I pick on myself for that funny? If not, let me know. I'll try and avoid it. That'll probably be rather hard, though, with the frequency of my stupid faces. But, so, there's an actual picture of this woman. It's like the picture for the story of this woman, like, pushing herself up out of the water on top of the back of the manatee. There's an actual picture of this, but they haven't found the woman, as far as I know, or, like, when I read the story, it originally happened, like, maybe a week ago. But basically, they haven't found the woman, so there is a manhunt in Florida for a woman who rode a manatee. Now, I think that'd be a really interesting story. It's like, hey, I rode a manatee, man. That's a badass story, until it ends with, but I had to pay like $1,000 in fines, I spent like 3 months in jail. Not a cool story anymore. I mean, it's just, let's ride the manatee. No. No, go to jail. Please. Okay, gotta hurry up. Local story for me. Big thing about a lady running a Zumba studio turned out to be a prostitution ring. All one woman, which is, I mean, like, all one woman doing everything. Which, to me, is just bravo. That is just loyalty, determination, a love for your job. That's something. I don't know what it is, but it's something. But, it was this whole ring, and a ton of people, especially some prominent local figures, are all being brought down by this. She's got a list of names, some video evidence, and it's become huge nationwide story. And the whole reason I bring this up is because it's a local thing for me. This Zumba studio is about 10 minutes from where I'm living at the moment, where I've grown up pretty much my entire life since I was 4. And it's actually 2 doors down to the pizza joint that I've been going to since I got here, pretty much my entire life. And it's just 2 doors down from this place. I think it's so funny because we're small town here. We're very small town Maine. Like backwoods, kind of like the section of town I live in is actually referred to as a village. That's how small it is. Like, we have a couple of major population centers near us, like pretty much the biggest city in the entire state, Portland, maybe not the biggest, but like one of the most heavy populated ones, fairly near us. And if you're looking for a hooker, that would be the place to go, because I'm willing to bet you could find several of them at competitive prices. Although you may not want any of them, knowing Portland, but still, there it is. But you think, oh, come here! Hookers! No! God, the faces. I am horrible about that. Ugh. But, yeah, no, that's why it's so funny to me. You don't come here for hookers. What? What whole prostitution ring been around? Like, I don't know. Well, on to the question of interest, weekly question of interest. I'm going to try and do weekly videos. That's my eventual goal. I know I have been taking forever to put these out, and I'm going to try and do one every week. I'm going to fail at that for a while, but I'm going to try, and hopefully I can get on a regular schedule. I've had a lot of stuff going on, and I apologize that these have been so infrequent. So, on to the question. If you could invent or choose any superpower and pick it for yourself, what would it be? Now, I know a lot of people would pick something simple like invisibility or teleportation, super strength, flight, all very good powers. Personally, I always really liked, if you're at all familiar with the Naruto series, I've kind of stopped caring about the series in general, but I used to watch it, read it a lot when I was younger, and there was these people referred to as the Sound Ninja. They controlled sound, and if you look into these guys, or you look into what can actually be done with the power of sound and the force of a sonic boom, and it's actually exerts several pounds of pressure. I mean, like, not quite nearly as much as you'd think it would for a sonic boom, but it's still a rather heavy force. And it's just, if you really look into it, it's a power with a lot more potential than people would give it credit for. I'm sure some of you will be able to come up with something just as, if not more, interesting, so I'm looking forward to seeing your responses in the comments below, and I'm actually rather happy I managed to do this in under 10 minutes, so yay me. Oh, God. I have this... My face itself isn't that creepy, is it? Shut up. Oh, God, why does anyone watch these? That's because I send them to everyone. It's because I'm a douche. And I love it. Oh, God, and here I am calling my audience an idiot. Okay, I have to end this now before it runs over, so adios, and please don't take it personally. Keep watching. I'm begging you. Oh, I sound pathetic. See ya.